crazy. There we go. It's a little better. What's up, everyone? Habit Engineering, 4th of July version. It's a good day. It's a good day. I'm actually really curious to see how many people are going to join this, if anyone. Cammy, what's up? Happy 4th of July. Yes, happy firework day. I think I'm going to be seeing some fireworks later tonight. I believe. Happy firework day. Happy Independence Day. Calbra, hello, hello. Cammy, I did my freaking art. You made so much bracelet. Let's go. That's what's up. Good job. Way to stick to your habits. Even on the firework day. We're making sure we're sticking to our habits. Consistency is the key, baby. I was out at the pool today for a little bit. I got some sun. I'm feeling a little tired, not gonna lie. Now to digital render one so I can keychain / sticker it. There you go. That'd be sick. You're gonna digital render the bracelet so you can keychain / sticker it, or like the design on the bracelet is what you want to digitally render. I'm not sure. The drawing. Oh, okay. Dope. Yeah, do that. That'd be good. Let me see. Move that a little closer. There you go. That's good. Velo Safari, he looks 40. I'll take that. I got no issues with looking 40. For anyone hopping on here, happy 4th of July if you're in America. Welcome to the Habit Engineer live stream. Go ahead, drop a habit you're looking to be more consistent with down in the chat. We'll engineer it using the Triple S method that I developed, which is the most effective habit building method in the world. As you can see here, we've got a 96% success rate. The next most effective habit building method has a 75% success rate, if anyone was curious. Just saying. But yeah, basically, any good habits that you want to build, any bad habits you want to break, you can put those down in the chat and we will teach you how to engineer them in a way that they actually stick. I go live doing this Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So I would recommend subscribing and then turning on notifications so that way this stream will notify you, will act as your accountability buddy. I know that it's pretty tough to find good accountability buddies, so you can subscribe, turn on the notifications, and then at 6 p.m., or I guess around 6 p.m., you'll get that notification of me going live, and you can use that to hop on the live if you want, or just use that as a reminder to stick to your habits that you're working on building. But yeah, go ahead, put a habit down in the chat that you are looking to be more consistent with, and we will engineer it. And the chat's going off about D&D stuff. Guy named Chester who is a magician. Oh, interesting. Cami, did you figure out whether or not Telegram was the move for the off-stream conversations to be had? Javen, we're not horses, we're humans, and humans are people. I'm not sure if I feel like that's a phrase or something that I'm supposed to know the ending to, and I don't know the ending to it, so sorry. But what I do know how to do is teach you how to build habits that actually stick. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I'm actually hosting my first in-person workshop this upcoming Monday in Arizona. So every Monday from like 2 to 4, I'm going to be hosting a in-person workshop teaching people how to build habits that actually stick. But yeah, writer's block. Have a good one. Happy 4th. Enjoy your time. Go party. Cheers. Appreciate you hopping on. Cami forgot to ask. Cami. I'm just kidding. That's fine. Throw cheese at them. LOL. That's pretty funny. Someone tell me why I have White Wedding stuck in my head. I don't know. Anyways, does anyone have any questions about habit building, thoughts about building habits that stick, any success stories they want to share that haven't already been shared today, etc., etc. I guess I'm not really expecting a ton of people to join since it is the 4th of July, but Cowbra says, I got better pickup lines. Lit, dude. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the 3 of us in here, so if you want to just drop them, we can run it. Cammy's D&D character was a tiefling, dark sorcerer. Nice. Oh, I made one of those one time. What was it? I think I was an elf guy. Something like that. I forget. They were 6'8" and slept in a mimic that was a barrel that acted like a cat. Huh. They were my baby. All right, Calbra, let's hear it. For anyone else who's on here, this is the Habit Engineer live stream, so go ahead, drop a habit that you are looking to be more consistent with down in the chat. Oh, Calbra, yeah, I've heard that one. I've heard that one all, like, a lot of times. I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, teaching people how to build habits that actually stick with the Triple S method, which is the most effective habit building method in the world, 96% success rate. And what's the other one? you can subscribe, turn on notifications, and this live stream will then double as your personal accountability buddy. I will double as your personal accountability buddy, helping to remind you to actually stay consistent with your habits. But yeah. Writer's block. I take it back. I'm back. LOL. That's funny. Glad to have you back. 5 out of 10. Yeah, let's see. I'd probably give that one like a 3.5 out of 10. Just because it's like so overused, I feel like. Welcome back, writer's block. Did you write today? Yes or no? Cowbrush, should I drop the one for tomorrow an hour later? Whatever you prefer. I'm fine with either. No, but I drew some good stuff. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube later. Nice. Do it. Are you a cake? Because I want a piece of that. LOL. I don't know, dude. Like, it's not bad, but like I would never say that. But I'm also not you. So it might work a lot better for you than it would for me. I think that one's probably the same for me, like a 3.5 out of 10. It just seems like you want the person's body. Yeah, that's true. That's why I wouldn't say it personally. It's basically a piece of their heart. Okay, stop the cap. We both know that cake is not talking about heart. That's so cap, bro. There ain't no way. Ain't no way. How have you been, Mr. Engineer Max? LOL. I still think that's funny. Dude, Calvary, you're so full of cap, dude. You're so full of cap. I've been pretty good. Today's been really chill. Went to the pool, hung out with some friends. We had a little barbecue thing. Yeah. Worked out pretty for a nice long time. That was fun. Yeah, it's been a good 4th of July. I kind of took a break, but I'm gonna work a bunch this evening. Like in between now and going to see fireworks, I'm gonna get a bunch of stuff done. And if anyone is just hopping on here, this is the Habit Engineer live stream. So if you have any habits that you're looking to be more consistent with, you can go ahead, drop those down in the chat. And I will teach you how to build your habits in a way that actually sticks. I developed the Triple S method, which is the world's most effective habit building method. Got that 96% success rate rocking. And yeah, if you want to, you can subscribe and turn on notifications. And the turning on the notifications will allow me to double as your personal accountability buddy in helping you stay consistent with your habits. So, yeah, I recommend that portion of things because finding a good accountability buddy is hard. And yeah, it's pretty tough. I kind of have to go bake a cake. Okay, go bake a cake. That's lit. Good job. I could bake a cake, but I will not be doing that. Oh, Atlanta. But yeah, any habits people want to be more consistent with, any questions about habit building that are on your noggin, on your mind, that's what it's for. Artie Farron, thank you for trying to help people. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, that's all we trying to do out here. Just build my own little corner of the internet that's like actually valuable and helpful, and teaching a skill that they don't teach in schools for some reason. I was talking about that the other day with some moms that I was teaching this method to, my Triple S method, and I was like, bro, why don't they teach this in schools? Like, you've got, they say, oh, go get good grades. Oh, study for your tests. Oh, make sure to pass your classes. Get all your homework done, right? They all tell you all these what things that you need to do, but they never tell you how. They never teach you how to build those successful habits. And I'm just like, bruh, what is going on here? Artie, you might make a good psychologist. Yeah, I've thought about going back to school and studying psychology more, but it just doesn't seem like the right thing for me to do right now. Like I'm very independent, and I really like I'm absolutely obsessed with like just this idea of teaching people how to build habits that actually stick. And so that's like I feel like a lot of people really only have like one really good idea, unless you're like a really super genius, which I definitely am not. And so I feel like this is my one good idea, and I just want to push it out into society for the rest of my life. Because frankly, I'm obsessed with it, and it's great. So, writer's block, exactly, engineer. They expect but never give ways to help make things easier. Yes, amen. It's just not, like, why? Why would you not? Oh, it's so frustrating. Artie, you can learn a lot via the internet. Lots of books and materials. You can become an expert at innovating, or at anything. Keep innovating, brother. I will. That's where I've been self-educating aggressively for the last 3 years now. and I've learned so much. It's actually phenomenal. Like books, dude, there are books for everything, and not just textbooks, like books that are like actually easier to understand. Um, I don't know why people have stopped reading for the most part. It's mind blowing. Like you can literally go out and learn and master anything and become whoever you want. Life is limitless, but people just don't. I don't know. Like they don't care, or they don't want it bad enough, or um, there's a myriad of different things, but yeah, reading is a really, really freaking good habit. I would say, honestly, hmm, from a intellectual standpoint, I think my habit of reading is probably the best habit I've ever had. Um, cause I was reading, um, even I read and I'm dyslexic. LOL. Yeah. Um, people are just depressed and uninspired, and it's not their fault. Um, I mean, that's hard. Like to a certain extent, yeah, depression isn't their fault. But I feel like there's so many factors that go into it, and a lot of them could be more controlled than they are, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but like the research and the data is out there and is so like the correlation between social media and smartphone usage and anxiety and depression rates is literally like the lines are right on top of each other. It's actually insane. Um, yeah, it depends on what depression you mean and all of those types of things. Like, but I feel like there's so many different like variables um, that at least certain types of depression can be significantly curbed by eliminating specific variables. Obviously, not all of them, right? Um, there are some times where it just comes out of left field and just wrecks you, um, and that freaking sucks. But I feel like there are some where it's like there are a lot of things that people are choosing to do that are negatively affecting their mental health in such a way that doing those over time brings about depression, and not doing those things would have a significant impact on their their mental health generally, I guess. Artie, some people get addicted to stress and mess and don't want to get out of it. Yeah, yeah. Complacency kills. It really does. Cammy said, yeah, because I didn't have any of it during middle school. That was probably my worst part. But it was also completely unmanaged and unmedicated. Still unmedicated, but more managed now. LOL. But like, if someone is more so that way from social media or certain things. Yeah, that's fair. It does really depend on the person. Yeah, 100%. At this day and age, you just have to find a habit that will keep you engaged and satisfied. I don't know, like, this is okay. So I've been thinking a lot about this recently. You guys will have to let me know in the chat what you think. Um, but I think that being bored is a superpower. Like, having the ability to not just constantly distract yourself and like just be bored and let your mind wander has become a superpower, because like no one does that anymore, you know? Like no one just like sits and stares at a wall and thinks for an hour. It's unheard of. But before all of the distractions that we have, like with modern day and everything, like people would do that all the time. And I'm not saying that like people have to do that or that they necessarily should or shouldn't. But I just think that like creating spaces where you are purposefully bored and letting your mind wander to just like think about things and process things is super, super helpful in a lot of different ways. Cami said, depends on what you mean. I'm bored a lot because ADHD, but I also prefer not to let my mind wander because that's when you spiral. Being bored can be a virtue if it's like for thinking purposes. Yes, and that's the point that I'm trying to get at, is like for thinking purposes. Yeah, if like making it an active choice to like mentally decompress, process things, and just sit there and think and like focus on what's going on in your mind, rather than just like always getting on your phone, checking Instagram, checking YouTube, checking whatever. Yeah, like closer to meditation. Yeah. Is it bad that I do sit and stare at a wall and basically talk to myself? No, not at all. I do that. Well, I don't sit and stare at a wall, but I will frequently talk to myself or just like lay down and think for a while. Yo, Doc Isa, long time no see, dog. Howdy. Yeah, definitely for thinking. Yeah, journaling is really helpful. Yeah, but like thinking and focusing rather than doom scrolling. Yeah, it's a very choice, like a very huge choice thing. I agree with that. Like you have to conscientiously choose to not pick up your phone and instead just like think and just like let yourself process. Because if you want to distract yourself to death, you totally could. Because there's unlimited content, right? All you have to do is refresh your feed and you get a brand new everything, right? LOL. Yeah, people have told me I have ADHD, but I don't. It's pretty funny. All right. Have a good one, Duckisa. But, and I mean, obviously I'm not a professional, right? That's just my personal opinion. But, like what I've found, especially like over the last nine months or so. Okay, see you, Kimmy. I'm gonna wrap up the stream here after this thought, but yeah, happy 4th. Like over the last 9 months, I've made it a point to like have focused thinking time, where it's like I put my phone outside of the room, and I just take like a notepad, and I'll like just lay down in my bed and just think, and then I'll write stuff down that I feel like I should write down. Then I'll think more, and I'll write stuff down, think more, write stuff down, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that's been so, it's literally been life-changing. And there's a I've said this quote a bunch of times on the stream, but it's Edwin Land, the founder of Polaroid. Happy 4th. Yeah, see you on Monday. Or wait, no. Tomorrow's Saturday. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Where Edwin Land just says, my entire life has been spent trying to teach people that uninterrupted, intense concentration for hour after hour will bring out results in people they didn't know they had. And that's what I'm trying to tap into on a day-to-day basis, with like that focused effort for hour after hour, trying to tackle like whatever the number one priority for my life really is, and make that happen. But yeah, just some thoughts. Appreciate y'all hopping on. Happy 4th of July. Have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Keep the change and keep changing. Peace. I'm glad you've been enjoying the shorts, Duckisa. I like them too.